You guys play sport already? No. Play sport yet? After this year? Basketball, All right, well, welcome to the OHS Boys Lacrosse first team meeting. I'm Mr. St. Martoni. Everybody calls me S. You can call me Coach S, call me Coach, call me Mr. S, it's whatever, okay? I'm pretty easy with that. I appreciate you coming out, giving your time, parents, guardians. I'm glad you came out, help these young men out. Now, we're gonna talk about lacrosse tonight and what you need to know, and we'll get everything going. So the first thing, what is lacrosse? I know a lot of you, this is native. This is not a native game. You know, we talk football, everybody's like, yeah, I watch it, the NFL's playing, I watch, the NBA, I watch the MLB, I watch all that. There is a professional lacrosse league, okay? There is an NLL, there's the National Lacrosse League. They do have a professional, but it's box lacrosse. It's not field lacrosse, it's played in an arena like hockey, and it's just as brutal as hockey. So, you ever want to watch a good thing, it's like a UFC fight, just, with sticks and balls. So it's pretty good. So you want to check that out. So what is lacrosse? I got a short little clip here we're going to watch. That way you can kind of understand what we're going to be doing and know what you're going to get yourself into. So that's lacrosse. If you went and watched the girls' game, you notice it's nothing like that. Okay, girls' game, those are all red flag, yellow flag moves. Boys lacrosse, everything you've seen was legal. All those hits were legal, all those stick checks were legal. It's a full contact, in your face sport. So it actually started, it is a Native American sport. It started out by 6 nation tribes. The Seminole tribe here in Florida actually has it adopted as one of their native games that they play. They call it stickball, but it still is the same thing. They used it to train warriors. This was a warrior training game, and it was also a way to settle disputes between tribes. Instead of going to actual war, they would play lacrosse. And it got really more brutal than what it is here. There it was brutal. But that's what this game is. It's very popular. It's growing in Florida. It's become one of the fastest growing games in Florida. Now, if you go up in New York, Michigan, Connecticut, you go up north to those areas, Wisconsin, football sits backseat to this. This is what they play. This is what they do. They play it. Like I said, they do have a pro league. And if you guys get good enough, there are colleges I can send you to. Colleges love to get young talent in, especially talent that's not from up north. So, and I'm talking schools like Yale, Harvard, MIT, like big name schools, like big Ivy League schools. Plus, University of Florida has a lacrosse team. Stetson has a lacrosse team. We have some here in Florida. We have them all over. So there's not a lot of people that play this, so it's a real good way to get a scholarship if you want to go in on a sports scholarship. So it's a good one. Any questions so far? Are we still doing all right? So these are the things you will have to buy, okay? You're gonna have to buy these items. It's just like baseball, there's some things you gotta tote. First one, you're gonna have to get a physical. Now, if you already played a sport, your physical's on file, we're good. If you haven't played a sport, I'm not requiring you to do final forms because we're not gonna play any official games. So you don't have to do final forms. I just need to go to the doctor and get a physical just so I have a statement saying that he's okay to be able to run laps and hit and do all that fun stuff. So that's what I need from you guys if you don't have one. Your lacrosse stick. Now, these can go from cheap to expensive, and we're gonna talk about that. You gotta make sure you get the right one. You want a boy stick. So this is the boys lacrosse stick. If you've never held one, there's a couple on that table over there. This is the stick, this is what we play. Now in boys, there's different sizes. You watch the girls play, they don't have one stick, it's 40 to 42 inches. For us, if you're an attack man or if you're a midfielder, you're gonna have this little short stick. If you're a defensive player, and don't go buy a defensive stick because you don't know if you're gonna play it. If you're a defensive stick, you're gonna have a 72-inch stick, which is taller than me, okay? So you're gonna have a stick that big. You're gonna have a pretty good sized stick that you're gonna have to learn to play and use. But I don't want you to go out and buy that stick until you find out if you're gonna be a defender, if you're gonna be an attacker, or if you're gonna be a midi. So those are some of the positions. This is the stick. If you wanna check it out, I'll leave it. You can come look at that. So you have some things on here. You got your shooting strings. Hey, can you get that one that don't have shooting strings? So this stick here, it doesn't have any shooting strings. It's still playable. You can play with it, but it's really, really hard to throw the ball. The shooting strings up top and the pocket string is what helps you catch and throw. So if you buy a stick, and we're gonna talk about some places to buy it. If you buy a stick and it don't have the shooting strings like this one, all these are shoelaces. They're just shoelaces. They're nothing stupid that you gotta go buy. They're like $200 like shooting string laces. They're just plain old shoestrings. You can go black, white, purple, green. I don't really care what color you buy your shoelaces. But that's all it is, a shoelace, and you can shoelace the top. I use the polycord. I just like the polycord instead of the shoelace. So I do a polycord with a shoelace top, and then I do a shoelace pocket. But you can use it without the shooting strings. It's just harder to control your balls, harder to aim, and harder to throw. So when you go looking for your stick, make sure you get one of these, because if not, that one right there, that's a girl's stick, okay? See the difference between them? This has no pocket. This girl stick has no pocket. The head's smaller, the cup is smaller, and it has all the leather, and it has the pieces inside. The shooting strings go vertical instead of horizontal. So when you buy it, make sure you don't end up buying a girl stick because we can't use that one. It's not legal. And yes, I do have girl sticks because my girls play lacrosse. That's how I started this. I've helped Coach Amy do some coaching with the girls lacrosse, and I said, why do the girls get to have all the fun? So let's have a boys team. So make sure when you buy your stick, you don't buy girls. Okay? Don't buy a girl stick. Now on these sticks, you can buy these from Play It Again Sports and stuff. I have a slide that was coming up to do it. So you can buy a used stick, Okeechobee bartering. You get it like the marketplace. You can pick these sticks up pretty cheap. I think I paid for my stick when I first bought mine. When I Played Against Sports, I paid like $20. Okay, you can pick them up cheap. You don't need nothing expensive because they can get on up there to upwards of $300, $400, $600 a stick. You're not at that level. You're not at that level yet. Beautiful part about these sticks is you're not really buying the stick, you're buying the head. When you're ready to upgrade to a better head, there's a screw in the back, we got to screw it, we buy you just a head, you don't have to buy the entire stick, and we can change your heads out to a different head, to a better head, to whatever you want. We can change that out, and it's not as costly. But don't go and buy a brand new stick for $200-300. It's just not important. Your gloves, they're right here. Let me borrow your gloves there, Josh. So these are your gloves. You mind if I pass them around? I'll let you pass them around. You can see they're completely padded on the top, no pad in the bottom, because we are allowed to hand check. So So what that means is if I'm running with the ball and I'm going and I post up to make a shot, my defender can come in and he can take me across my hands. He can, right there, pow. So these gloves are here to protect you from breaking all these phalanges and all these little metacarpals in your hand. So those gloves are important. They're not too bad either. I'll pass them around if you want to take a look at them. So you need to get your gloves, your elbow pads. Need your elbow pads on these. That way you don't break an elbow if you take a hard hit to the ground. Now Josh has got a good deal on these. He's got some STXs. He got them online. They're used. These are the high ones. So these cover the arm from the forearm to the bicep. You don't have to have those. These are not regulations to use. They do make one that's just for the elbow. It's a little shorter, compact one that's just for the elbow. You can use those, or if you get these are fine too. Pass those around. Trying those catching skills already. So that's what the short ones look like. The little shorties, like I said, they just slide up over the arm, and they just don't go by forearm to bicep. So you can buy those guys. Gonna need a mouthpiece. I don't want you to, get a concussion. I don't want you to bite your tongue off. I don't want you to break your teeth. We do wear a helmet. We wear face guards, but still running and grinding. I don't want you to end up doing anything like that. I don't want you to hit and mash your teeth, give yourself a concussion, anything like that. So mouthpiece, you'll need that guy. And lastly, but not least, we need to protect the boys. Okay, you're gonna need a cup. Okay, not a mug, a cup. Okay, make sure you have that cup. If you don't know how to buy a cup, just come see me. It's not really that hard. They come small, medium, or large. If you don't know what size you are, ask your dad. He can tell you. Okay? I'm not telling you. Don't be like, what size? I don't know. Okay, I don't know what size cup you wear. Okay, so just make sure. Now, when we first start practicing, if you don't have the gloves and you don't have the elbow pads, that's okay. First few practices, as long as you have a stick and a mouthpiece, we're going to be good. But as we progress through, we're going to slowly need to start getting pads and stuff as we start making contact. So you want to make sure you have that. Any questions or on the equipment? Yeah, we're going to supply those to school biz.
What type of shoes are they going to be wearing?
Shoes can be tennis shoes for right now, or cleats, either one, as long as they're not steel. Can't be steel cleats. But if they want to wear athletic shoes, I'm okay with tennis shoes. I'm good with that. Like I said, in game time, yeah, we're going to end up wearing, cleats.
Kind of like soccer shoes?
Yeah, sorry. They actually make a lacrosse cleat. Only difference between like a lacrosse cleat, it's almost like a football cleat. It just comes up a little higher on the ankle. But a soccer cleat's fine. Like my refs aren't going to come check and be like, oh, those cleats are illegal. Only way he's going to do that is if he sees steel. Other than that, if they're soccer cleats, if they're football cleats, not a big deal. But for our practices, when we're practicing, a pair of tennis shoes is fine, or cleats. I'm okay with either one. Doesn't matter to me. I'm good with it. Anything else? Now, a ball is optional. If you're going to be serious about it and you're really going to play, I know for like some of my seniors in here, you got this year, you're done. But for anybody else that's going to be coming back, these are cheap. Played Again Sports are like $1.25. Okay, don't go to Walmart and buy these. Walmart has them, and they don't sell them for lacrosse. They sell them for yoga and fitness for a massage ball, and they charge $5 a pop for this. Go to Play It Again Sports. Go to Amazon. Buy them there. Walmart's going to charge you a stupid amount of money because they're not selling it for lacrosse. They're selling it for yoga. Right? But you can get one of these. If you don't want to spend the money and you got just something sitting around, tennis ball. Tennis ball works. When we start conditioning, you guys are going to think we're crazy. We're going to do most of our drills with a tennis ball, not a lacrosse ball. Because there's a weight difference. If you can handle a lacrosse ball and you can cradle and move and throw a tennis ball, you'll have no problem throwing this guy. So this is going to teach you how to cradle and how to keep everything tight to where this is easy. If I put this in my stick, it's easy to cradle. Has anybody tried to cradle? Tried to cradle? It's pretty easy with this heavier ball. Well, I say it's pretty easy, but you gotta get used to it. But that ball is optional. Tennis ball is good. Plus, if you have a tennis ball and you're doing it in the house, your mom or dad ain't gonna kill you if it bounces around the house when you lose it in your stick. It's not gonna be too big of a deal. Now they do make one other I didn't put on there. It's called a lac sack. It's basically like a hacky sack that you can use. It's a little smaller, but it's the weight. It's all about the weight. You can get one of those, but tennis ball works good. We'll be using a lot of this during game time or during practice time. So these items, where are you going to buy them at? So I looked it up. So if you go to Dick's Sporting Goods, sticks start at $50 and they go on up to $300. Gloves are $74, they go to $200. Your elbow pads start at $60, go to $120. That's at Dick's. If you go to lax.com, okay, it's a website, you just buy it online. Sticks start at $50, go to $300. Gloves are $40. Elbows are $30. So you can get them a little cheaper if you shop around. And if you have to, if you want to shop for multiple spots to get the cheaper deal, I'm good with that. Amazon, sticks start at $40, go to $300. Gloves $50 to $200. Elbow pads $35 to $120. Play It Again Sports. Play It Again Sports hardly has gloves, but they always have sticks and balls. Okay, the sticks and balls there, you can get the sticks. Like I said, you can pick sometimes you can go in there, if you don't mind getting a stick that's been used pretty hard, you can probably pick one up for $10, $15 if you don't mind getting one that's been used a little hard. But that's up to you. So, because we can change these out too. So like if you buy a head that the mesh is, because like my mesh is almost gone, it's really soft. If your mesh is bad and you can get it for $5, $10, you can buy the mesh. I think it's like $15 for a new mesh, and we can put the mesh in. It's not easy. It's not hard to string these. These are real easy. They have all kinds of YouTube tutorials. The stringing them is not a problem. We can string a new mesh in there. So if you get one like that. Facebook Marketplace, another good spot. Lots of seniors going out of school. They're no longer playing. Their dads, their moms, they put them up for sale. They don't want the crap sitting around. They're just trying to get rid of them. You can pick a lot of deals up on Facebook Marketplace. You may have to travel to go get it, but you can save. Like I bought my girls, I wanted a net because my daughter's a goalie. So she needed a net to practice with getting the goals. I picked up a whole entire net with a rebounder in it for $20 on Marketplace. So if you shop there, you can find some deals. You can find a whole set. Like I've been looking, you can find a stick, gloves, even shoulder pads and helmets for like $150 if you want to go that route. If you want to buy your own, that's whatever. But I'm just saying, there's some good deals on the Facebook Marketplace that you can check. One other place that we can go, if you want to come see me, I can buy your stuff. I'm waiting for Mark Ward to give me a price on some things. But like, I got Scott's over at Vero. He sells lacrosse stuff. I can get you, let's see. I can get you an arm pad for $59, your elbow pad $64. I can get you your gloves for $74. If you want to go through me, just come tell me and I can order it, and just give me a check and I'll have Jennifer, Ms. Simmertoni order it. We can order it that way too. And Mark Ward also can get stuff at Quality Tees. If you want to stop by and swing by Mark, say, hey, what can you get this for? He can do that as well. So what we will be supplying for you are helmets, shoulder pads, all the goalie equipment, and the jerseys. I'll be supplying all that stuff for you. Now listen, we're brand new, we have no money. I've got one donor so far that's going to donate $1,000 to our program. Wait for the check to come in. I don't count it in until I get it. But he told me he's going to, is the Florida Lax Nation is going to give us $1,000 to start our program. So we will have $1,000. But for us to get what we need, we're going to have to raise close to 10 grand. Okay, so we're going to do some fundraising. There's not a whole lot of us, but I got some thoughts. I got some way to get some money pretty quick. So we'll turn it around. Reason I'm going to supply this stuff is this stuff's expensive. The helmets alone are $350 a pop. Okay, So your helmet's $350 by itself. Your shoulder pads are $100 a piece, okay? The goalie equipment, by the time I buy goalie stuff, I'm looking at about $600-700 in goalie equipment. So I'm gonna have the school, we're gonna supply that for you guys. That way you don't have to do it. Plus it has to be NOCSA certified because it has to make sure you don't get injured so we don't get you killed. Because like there's special protector over your heart. Because like I said, when I pass this ball around in a minute, I'll pass it around. This ball is hard. You take this ball at 100 miles an hour to the chest, it can stop the heart. So and we make sure that we have good chest equipment, good shoulder pads, so you can take your hits and everything like that. And then jerseys, that's how we always do it. And if we raise enough money, we might even get some swag, okay? But we gotta raise the money, get the necessities first, and then we'll talk about swag later. So that's what we're gonna be supplying. Any questions so far? Okay, this is why equipment is important. And you're gonna see. As you can see, there's a lot of hard hits. And everything you're seeing is legal. Those are all legal hits. So I said we might not be big, but you better be fast. So when I tell you to buy equipment, make sure you buy your equipment because it's going to be hard hitting. So it is a full contact. Everybody still, I mean, every time I say lacrosse, everybody laughs at me. They think of girls. It's not girls. This is totally different animal. It's even played different. So important information you need to know. We practice 3 days a week. Okay. If you guys want more practices, I'm okay with that. But I'm going to leave it up to you because we're not an official team because you can't litter in this year because we're not going to play any district games. Okay, so this is more of a learning, building the team up, putting that front foot forward. So if you guys want to practice more than 3 days a week, I'm good with that. Okay, if you're like 3 days is plenty, I'm also good with that as well. Okay, because I know you got other stuff going. We do it from 2:30 to 3:30 right after school. That way you don't have to go nowhere. We get done. You still have time to go to work. Like I said, you still got time if you're playing any other sports that you may want to get out to do any conditioning or anything. You still can get there and have that time to get it. Now in that hour, it doesn't seem like, well, it's only an hour. You will be tired by the end of the hour. I can promise you that. You're going to be doing some conditioning with this. So here's my expectations. And this is for just now and even as we roll into the team, and then I'm going to go over the little paper you got too in a second. So grades and behaviors. I don't want to see any F's. Okay? I know there's some other teams around here that let some of that kind of stuff slide. I'm not that way. Okay? If you're going to play a sport for me, you're going to make sure you have no F's. Right? The teacher calls me and tells me you have an F, you won't play any of my games once we get to game time. Okay? So this year you'll be lucky. You might just get some laps. But next year when we start playing games, till that F's brought up in that class, you will not have game time. I don't care if you're the best goalie I got, best shooter I got, best defender. I don't care at this point. Your education is important, so I want to make sure you get that first. So no F's. Referrals will be laps and no game play for the next game. So you get any referrals, I don't care if it's a stupid referral. Oh, they were just, I have my phone out. They told you to put it up, you got a referral? I don't care. You got the referral, Mr. Thomas will let me know. You'll have laps all practice while everybody else is playing. In the next game, you'll sit out and you'll just say, hey, you thirsty? Here's some water. That's what you'll be doing. Because I want you guys to, succeed in life. I don't want you to be slacking. Practices. Show up to practice on time and come expecting to participate and have good sportsmanship. You see those hits those guys were taking? I can't have you in the middle of the game take a hit like that and want to get up and punch somebody in the face. You got to understand in this game, it's not like football where if you get hit, you get angry. Oh, that's good. Coach Pryor wants you to get mad. He wants you to get excited and wants you to get back in there and hit harder and harder. This game, I can't have that. I need you to stay cool and calm because we got to keep moving. You're not going to come off and sit until you go back in. You're constantly moving like soccer. So if you take a hit, you got to shake it off and you got to get up and keep going. So make sure we have that good sportsmanship on there. Trust the coaches. Listen, guys, I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm not here to say, oh, you suck, you're not going to play. I'm going to put you in a spot that I feel you're going to be the best for the team. At the end of the day, it's team play. That's a team of 10 when you're on the field. I got to make sure that the team is in good shape. It's not about you. It's not about the coach. It's about what's going to be best for the team. Okay? So trust us. If I say, hey, listen, attacker is not where it's at for you. You're not going to be a midi. Okay? So because some of you, hopefully we'll get some more coming in. We should. Some of you are not going to be middies. So if you're not sure what a midfielder is, midfielder plays the entire field. So it's divided up. There's a defense side, there's an offense side. Offensive players cannot cross the line into the middle field. Defensive players cannot cross the line into the middle field. Middies go back and forth. They play both defense and offense the entire game. They never stop. They're from one end of the field to the other the entire game. Some of you are not going to be built for that. Okay, and it takes a special person to be built for that midfield spot. You gotta be somebody that can take hits, you gotta be somebody that can run, you gotta be somebody that can throw. So we're gonna be looking at those types of things. Some of you may be just sitting on an attack or on a defender side. That's how it's gonna be. So just trust us when we do that. So our other coach, which I forgot to say, is Coach Ungerot. She does cross country with me. I'm her assistant there. She's my assistant here. That's how that kind of rolls. We gotta swap roles there. Reason I had her come in is because you guys, like I said, you're going to be doing a lot of running. So I'm going to have her condition you just like cross country. She's going to be more of my conditioning cross country type coach. Because I'm telling you, up and down the field. So any of y'all that play another sport, after you come out of mine, you should be conditioned to go in. Because it's hot and heavy. Okay, you're going to sign and follow your player contract. So if you look at that player contract I gave you, that's this thing right here. This is just I'll go over it real quick. It says, as an athlete at Okeechobee High School, and you're going to put your name in there. And first one says, always play and practice and gain the good sportsmanship and respect for all players, coaches, parents, and umpires. So you're going to notice a recurring theme. I'm all about respect. I don't coach too many other sports here. Just because I feel I will offend parents. Okay, this sport's great. Nobody really knows what it is because I don't have to have somebody say, well, I was a 5-time, college ranked pitcher. Okay, sure. You need to have my kid play in football. I was a Heisman Trophy winner in college. Whatever. Here, I have no parents that can say anything because they have no clue what's going on either. So, plus, I coach way different. I'm all about respect and I'm all about these are the rules. They don't waver. Doesn't matter if you're my kid, doesn't matter if you're my favorite player, or if you're not my favorite player. Rules are rules. There's no gray area. It's black or white. This is the rule. This is what happens. So you'll see that this reoccurring theme going on. So always play in there. Listen to your coaches. Listen. I try not to holler. Will I holler at you? Good possibility. Yeah. I try not to, so does Coach Underrod. We don't really try to holler too much because hollering gets you nowhere and you just bog me out when you holler anyway. But when I am giving you constructive criticism, I'm trying to improve your skills. I'm not telling you just suck. I'm saying, hey, this is what you need to do. If you want to get better, if you want to make that team, if you want to be a scholarship athlete for this is what we need to do. You need to swap this and you need to try that. I'm not here to try to, knock you out and hurt your feelings. 3 says, I'll try my hardest at all practicing games. I'll have patience with myself. A lot of you are going to get frustrated. I'm going to tell you right now, when you pick that stick up for the first time, and I tell you, take off running and pass it to the other guy while he's running, and you're trying to hit them, you're going to have a lot of frustration because it's not easy. It's not an easy deal to do. It's not like, kicking a soccer ball or fielding a ground ball. There's a lot going on with this stick, with hand-eye coordination, balance, and aiming while you're trying to run. So please, don't get frustrated with yourself, okay? Biggest thing is keep a sense of humor. You're going to find out, I'm going to joke around and kid with you. If you're not having fun playing a sport, then why are you playing it? The whole point of a sport is to be fun. It's not to make money. It's not to get scholarships. It's to have a good time, have fun, and enjoy your teammates. Okay? So we're going to have fun out there. We're going to climb around, but we're going to be serious too at some points. We're going to have fun. Keep a good sense of humor while we're out there. All right. I realize that any sport is still a game that I can enjoy even at school level. So remember that. Enjoy it stuff. Attend all practices, games, and tournament as I can, as my team depends on me being there for them. We're all about family. You're going to hear me talk a lot about family when we come to practices. A lot of teams struggle. A lot of teams can't win because there's not a family unit. I hear it all the time. Listen, I hear the halls. I hear what goes on in some of these other sports. Okay, this guy thinks he's better than me. And the coach like this. It's not how that needs to go. You guys are a team. You need to work together. You need to work together in a unit. If you're working together in a unit, we can win games. If you're fighting amongst yourself, we suck. Okay? Doesn't matter. You can give me the top 20 picks in the nation. If they fight amongst themselves, we're still going to be on the bottom. You got to get along. You got to do that. So I know there may be people that come into this sport, you guys you may not like. It's okay. You got to get over it. It's a team. We're going to become a family unit. So make sure that because we're going to be there, we're going to depend on it. I commit to attend all practices, games, or else I may be asked to leave the team. So as we start rolling up, if you're not showing up to practice, I can't have you there. You can't be like, well, I'm better than everybody else. Well, sorry, you still got to have that commitment. You got to show up. Scheduling appointments and vacations outside of the season is in the best interest of my team. So please communicate with your coach. So I understand things come up, you got to miss. Just let me know. But don't be like, hey, it's lacrosse season. Let's schedule, like a 2-month vacation. Okay, try to be here for your teammates. If any lengthy illness or injury of any kind becomes a factor, you need to let me know. Please don't play injured. That's a biggie. Please don't do that. Understand the coaches are the ones making the decisions in regards to lineups, about who plays and how much playing time is given. All right. So here's how I roll. I can tell you this. I got a kid that's terrible. Okay, can't catch, can't throw. He comes to every single practice. He's dedicated. I got a kid that can catch and throw good. He comes to 1 practice a week. The kid that can't catch and throw, he's going to be in the game. Way more than the kid that can. I know you're saying, well, you're sabotaging yourself. No, not really. I'm giving the kid that's showing up what he did. He committed, he's getting his play time. So if you want play time, commit yourself, okay? Like I said, I'm not unreasonable. If you have problems, something arises, let me know. We'll work it out. Ain't a big deal. Realize that this is a team game. I'll try to hustle and do whatever I can to help them. And then parents, down at the bottom is for you and guardians. It says, as Brahmin parents, we fully understand and have discussed with our son the commitments described above. We also realize that we need to be positive and supportive of the team. So parents, if you got a problem, which not all the parents I have in here, I don't think I'll have any issues with, but as it grows, I know there'll be some parents that might do it. Listen, if you have a problem with the way I'm coaching or something, please come see me. Just do this civil. Don't be talking behind my back, throwing out Facebook, Instagram, Snapchats, whatever else, TikToks. Don't be doing all that crap. Listen, just come see me. We'll work it out. Okay? I'm gonna make sure everybody's happy. We also realize we need to be positive and supportive of the players. So if you have a player that's struggling at home, guys, if they come home and just say, hey, it's okay, you're learning. Just kind of give them that support they need at home. It'll go a long way. And then the biggest one is you must behave accordingly at all games and all Brahmin functions. I say that because we had a summer tournament this summer with the girls team, and we have some parents get mouthy and try to cuss out a ref at a game. They ended up getting ejected out of the game. Listen, that's an embarrassment to us. Please, just be cool, calm, and collective. Yes, I know it's hard, but remember, we're still a representation of the Brahmin Nation, and we want to make sure that we're doing good. So that, if you guys can get that signed back to me either tonight or whenever, sometime next week or first practice, I'm good with that. It's just showing me that you're committed. Now, if you've already played a sport, you already have a drug release. So I think everybody's in everybody's sport except for 2. Do you need one, Aiden?
Yeah, I think I need one.
You need one? You need one? Okay. So basically what these are is just saying that by signing into bipolar sport, that they'll put you in a random pool to be drug tested. Doesn't mean you'll ever be pulled, but it does also mean you can be pulled at any time. So hopefully, if you're an athlete, you're striving to be an athlete, you're not putting impurities into your body. But that we'll burn that bridge as it goes. So just get that returned to me. Any other questions or anything so far? Right, good. Trying to make it fast so we can get home. Lastly, have fun and enjoy the sport and bonds you'll build here. That's what we're trying to do. Like I said, at the end of the day, are we going to be the greatest lacrosse team ever? Possibly, but not in the next few years. So we're going to build up. We're going to have fun. I want this to be a sport that people are like, hey, that's a fun sport to be in. We play, we have fun, we win games. It's great to be around. These guys are great. That's what I'm looking for. So I started a Team Reach. Everybody know how Team Reach works?
Is it just for the students, or is it?
No, parents too. Yeah, parents can put it on there too. That way, parents, if you have a question or anything, you can just do it. Our Team Reach is OHS Lax. I've got all the practices already. I have the first 9 practices scheduled on there. So I'll try to put everything on Team Reach as I can. Just that way, it just comes straight to your phone and dings you, and you can keep up with it. If you need to get with me, you need to talk to me about anything, you can reach me on Team Reach. That way it just comes to me and it makes things a lot easier. Everybody good with that? That's it. Any questions? All right. So
Yes, I do have a question. So,
yeah.
Like, with the games, you said no district games, so what are the games looking like?
So this year, what my goal is, so far we don't have enough yet.
Okay.
If we can get to 20, if we can get 20 players, if we can get to 10, we might be able to do a little one. I would go to a purple and white game this year, and that would just be it.
Okay.
Because if you saw the videos, those guys I don't want to take the guys and get them kicked in the teeth the first couple games. It's really hard to come back with, we're going to have a good season, guys. Yeah, we just got blown out 212 to nothing. It's really tough. But for this year, it's more of a learning. So it's all about learning. Next year, I'm going to start scheduling some small games, maybe 2-3 games, 4 games, and then keep building our games up. But yeah, no official district games because we're nowhere close to ready. We don't even have enough to make a team. Got to have 15. So you guys, as we start playing, get your friends out there, get them to come. Even if they don't have a stick or whatever, they just want to come check it out, see what we're doing. Because some of the stuff we're going to be doing, you're not going to be needing a stick. Like I said, first couple practices, you're going to be amazed. We're going to do a lot with this guy right here and not even have your stick. It's a lot with just the ball. Okay, it's learning that hand-eye coordination. Be doing a lot of that type of stuff, a lot of running, endurance type deals. So if your friends want to come out, just check it out and see what it is. That's cool too. If they like it, we can get them a stick bot and they can get them the paperwork. But yeah, we need to at least have 15. 15 is our bare minimum to have a team. And like I said, if we can get to 15, we can do a 5-on-5 at the end, do a purple and white game, something like that. If I feel like you guys are doing okay, I have some calls I can make. I can call some other coaches and have them bring some teams over. We may do a couple of scrimmage games this year. But like I said, it's all going to depend on you guys. I'm not going to put you somewhere in a situation where you get beat down. We don't want that. That's not good to build a team. So.
Are we gonna have to do sponsorship things, if we wanna get sponsors through?
Yes, we're gonna do some fundraising stuff. I'll get that out. I'll send it through Team Reach. One of the things I'm working on, I'll get it in there, Nobody's ever really done it, so I think we can make lots of dollars on it. It's called Sell the Field. So basically what we do is I break the lacrosse field down, which is 120 yards. We break it down into yards and people buy the yard. So they'll buy the 1 yard line for $1. They'll buy the 2 yard line at $2. So they just buy the yards as they go. By the time we're done, each kid's raised about $500. So if you do that times, 10, we got a pretty decent stack of money to be able to buy the helmets and be able to buy all the gear and all that. And then we'll probably do sponsorships on top of that. I'm not big on fundraisers. I try to do the easiest ones possible. I'm not going out there, I'm not putting on some little shorts and washing cars, okay? Sorry about it. Not getting out there.
Yeah,
"Come
we
on
did
down
that
to
in
the
summer.
car wash,"
We did that in summer.
Be your host. No, I'm not doing that, guys. I'm just not. I'll look at some things that are easy to do, that make a good turnaround, and that's what we're gonna do. Trying to think if there's anything else on sponsorship wise. If you have anybody who wants to sponsor, let it out. Like I said, I do have one guy that's already, the St. Lawrence Foundation, he's already given us, or he's giving us $1,000. I'm waiting for the check to come in the mail. So if you have people that may want to sponsor, you can go ahead and start reaching out to them, but I will get some sponsorship stuff going. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
I came in late, did I miss anything big?
No, did you see where the equipment you needed to purchase?
Yeah, I got to, came in here.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, the other thing you missed besides that was just kind of going over what it was. Yes, sir.
For the sponsorships, are we gonna have like a banner if we can get enough?
Yes, we'll have a banner, and the banner we'll post it outside on the fence, and then when we do have games, we'll post it on the field, do all that fun stuff. And we'll do the banners. And like I said, I'm working on some other things to kind of get it out there, get you guys to play the games and stuff. Other equipment, let me think, equipment. Yeah, I think we're good, unless y'all have anything else. Good. So the first practice, basically what I'm looking for you to be in is athletic wear, tennis shoes, shorts, cleats, shorts, and a shirt. Okay, that's what we need. Bring your stick if you have it. Our first one's not gonna be till February 1st, so that gives you about 2 weeks. That way it gives you guys time to try to find sticks and gear. Like I said, most important thing to buy first is buy your stick. Get your stick, and then we'll work on gloves and everything else as we go, because I know it gets costly. And like I was telling Josh, we're a lot different than most teams. Most teams, all the teams on the coast and all the teams that play up and down the state of Florida, they require every kid to buy their own equipment, everything. Helmets, shoulder pads, the whole deal. Like you have to, all the high school supplies is some water and a jersey. That's about it. So I'm trying to take care of you because I know it costs, and I put in for a grant. So I did put in for a grant, and if it comes through on too much fundraising, I put in for a $12,000 grant for our first team grant. So if that comes in, we'll be set. We'll be set to go. So other than that, any other questions?
What color is our jerseys?
Huh?
What color are our jerseys gonna be?
I haven't designed them yet.
Yeah, because I'm.
I haven't designed them. But there'll probably be some color of purple.
Some color purple.
Like right now, the guy that's designed the helmets, when he's doing the helmets, he's got a purple and black helmet, he's got a purple and white helmet, and then he's got a purple and gold helmet. We'll see where we get helmet wise, and then kind of match everything up. I try not to do too much black, even though black looks sharp. But you gotta remember, you're out there on the field, it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot running up and down the field. Glad you brought that out. The jersey will be two-sided. Because when we play games, one team has to be dark, one has to be light. So as a team comes, depending on what color jerseys they have, we may have to flip our jerseys inside out. So if they're dark, we have to be light. If they're dark, it's vice versa. We have to swap it around. So we have to do that type of deal. It's not like other sports where your jersey color is your jersey color. We actually have to swap them. We have to swap the colors. Because once they start clustering together, it's hard to tell who's what. If you have a team that's black and purple, they start bunching up together. It's hard to tell who's black and purple as it starts going. Or if you have two teams that are white, it's really hard to tell. And guys, I will get rules and field stuff for you guys for the first practice. So when you come, I'll have that for you, so, cause you gotta learn the rules. Nobody in here knows the rules. So we gotta learn all the rules and regulations. No, we're not gonna do that boring stuff at the first practice the whole time. We'll come in, we'll talk about rules a little bit, we'll go to the field, we'll do some play and some action. We're gonna slowly learn this. Like I said, this is a building process. It's a way to build stuff up. That's all I got for you.
eBay also.
Oh yeah, eBay.
That's where I got.
Yeah, I forgot about eBay. I always forget about eBay.
Yeah.
But yeah, eBay can buy that. Listen, I don't care where you get your used equipment from. Doesn't matter. If you know somebody that plays and you can go to their house and steal it out of their closet, I don't really care. If you got a sister or a cousin or something that plays girls lacrosse, steal her stick and we'll take her head off and buy a boy's head. Okay, we'll do what we gotta do. We'll get you there. If somebody does come to practice and they don't, have a stick, I'll have my stick there because I won't always use I don't mind throwing my stick out. Unless people use it, you really can't break them. Unless you break them over your elbow. They're not really made they're made to take hits, so I don't mind throwing my stuff out. That's the other thing, you'll want some grip tape too. As you can see, mine's grip taped here, here, and here. That way, because if you hold that other stick, it's really slick. So that when your hands start getting sweaty in those gloves, you want the grip tape. That and it's a cheater. So basically what this grip tape does, this tells me where I need to be to catch, where I need to be to throw, where my bottom hand always has to be. So I catch here, throw here, and my hand's always there. So it's just it kind of teaches you in cradle too. So when I'm cradling, everything's there as I cradle around. It's all right here. And you guys are gonna have to learn too, as we practice. You're gonna notice you may be right-handed. I'm gonna make you swap, and you're gonna have to go left-handed. You have to be ambidextrous because you're gonna have to learn to shoot left and shoot right, cradle left, cradle right. It's all about swapping. So it's gonna be fun stuff. That's all I got for you. If you want to check out the sticks or whatever, there's mine. Check it out. You got any questions, let me know. That's it. I appreciate your time for coming out.